Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was directed by Sam Raimi, who also directed the original Spider-Man trilogy, so it was interesting to see him kind of come back and, join the MCU again, I guess. But anyway, the synopsis of the film goes something like Dr. Stephen Strange casts a forbidden spell that opens a portal to the multiverse. However, a threat emerges that may be too big for his team to handle. And then other synopsises include a bit about the threat emerges which even Wanda, Strange and Wong can't handle. However, that's not really entirely what the film is totally like. Basically, the actual plot goes something like Strange comes across a girl who has special powers. Basically, she can travel between different universes pretty freely, and Wanda basically wants this girl so she can have that same kind of power, and then therefore Strange tries to stop that. So for the most part, the film is pretty decent, I have to say. It certainly doesn't feel like your traditional MCU films with all the kind of the lovely bright colours and all, but I certainly like the take that it had and the look of it. I thought that was, I did like that. The film was very much continuous action, something very rare to see in an MCU film, where half the time you kind of just have people kind of just walking around, sitting down, doing nothing, but there wasn't really any of this, I have to say. It was kind of all just continuously just on the move and everything. So yeah, the way that Wanda was presented, because she was kind of the evil person in this way. However, they obviously didn't want her to seem that evil because we know her as a good person. So they obviously tried to make her seem better and her actions more justified and everything. And normally, having her action justified and stuff is normally kind of the basis for a good villain in a film. However, I feel that they kind of just went over the top with it. They were just trying to make it. They were trying too hard to make her seem this kind of good villain and everything. I didn't really like that. For instance, one instance, like it felt like every 5 minutes they were going back to, or Wanda was going back to recap or revisit her events from WandaVision. I just didn't really like that. I won't spoil it, but just in case you haven't seen it. But it's just, I feel like they went over the top with that. The plot got quite complex at times. So of course, you're going to the multiverse and everything. But I would say still though, it managed to stay on its feet. But, I'd say the storyline altogether, it was, even though it was somewhat stuck together, it was getting close to feeling a bit like a mess, I have to say. I also really like the score as well, I have to say, that it really helped the film keep on moving with all the kind of as I said, it's kind of continuous action and everything. The score really helped it move along and everything. The performances were great, I have to say, especially Liz Olsen as Wanda. It was brilliant. She kind of really took it for me, I have to say. But the whole cast really, Benedict Cumberbatch as Strange was brilliant. Benedict Wong as Wong was brilliant as well. So yeah, I really liked the performance as well. It was more, if there was anything wrong, it'd probably be more of the directing and the script and stuff. For instance, what we had with Wanda. But yeah, it was a solid film. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was at the top of the MCU films. Neither was it better than the first Doctor Strange film, but by no means does that mean it was a bad film. It definitely wasn't either at the bottom of the list. It was, it was a fun, exciting film. I enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm really happy that they kind of used it to take the MCU forward, especially with kind of the multiverse and stuff. So yeah, it was a fun, exciting film, and I enjoyed it. What can I say, really?